Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, Browns fans. The buzz in the NFL circles right now is all about the potential, the prospects, and the current challenges facing the team, especially when it comes to the quarterback position and how the team is shaping its future. One of the most talked about topics lately revolves around Shedeur Sanders, a name that's been making waves even before he stepped onto the field for Cleveland. But as exciting as his potential is, the reality is, right now, he's not quite ready to be the starting quarterback for the Browns. That's what insiders and team officials are saying, and it's worth diving into what that really means for Cleveland's season and beyond. See, Shedeur Sanders has shown flashes of brilliance, no doubt about it. His talent, arm strength, and leadership skills are evident. But NFL teams are all about consistency, decision-making, and the ability to handle the pressure of the game at the highest level. And according to reports from insiders like Terry Pluto, and let's face it, Pluto is well-connected and knows the ins and outs of Cleveland's roster better than most, the Browns see some areas where Sanders still needs development. Specifically, they're concerned about his tendency to go backwards, to hold the ball too long, and to take sacks that could be avoided with a smarter, more seasoned decision. For a team like Cleveland, which has been building towards something special in recent seasons, this is not just a minor detail. It's a critical piece of the puzzle. The Browns have a rich history, a passionate fan base, and a roster that's capable of competing at the highest levels. To reach that elusive Super Bowl, they need a quarterback who can execute what head coach Kevin Stefanski calls the right play at the right time. Someone who can avoid the costly mistakes that can turn a promising drive into a missed opportunity. And that's where Shedeur Sanders, at least for now, still has room to grow. What the Browns are emphasizing, and this is pretty clear from their internal discussions, is the importance of learning from the best. And who better than the legendary Tom Brady? Yes, the GOAT himself, who has set the standard for what a quarterback can be in this league. The Browns have reportedly advised Sanders to study Brady's tape, to emulate how he makes the boring play, as they say, and to avoid the temptation to force the ball into tight windows or try to do too much when the play isn't there. Instead, Brady's approach was always about patience, about knowing when to take the sack, and when to throw the short pass or even just throw the ball away to live for another down. It's a lesson that many young quarterbacks need to learn, especially in a league where the margin for error is razor thin. Sanders, with his natural talent, has all the tools, but the NFL is about refinement, about understanding the nuances of the game, and about making smart decisions under pressure. And let's be honest, the preseason finale revealed a bit more of the same old habits. Sanders was trying to make a statement, trying to show that he was ahead of Dillon Gabriel in the quarterback hierarchy, possibly overestimating his readiness. That's something teams watch closely because it reveals not just talent, but also maturity and understanding of the game's demands. In that final preseason game, Sanders took some risks, tried to extend plays, and appeared to be trying to prove himself in a way that maybe wasn't necessary. While it's natural for players to want to impress, the Browns' coaching staff are looking for consistency and smart football. They didn't give Sanders as many reps as they did with their third-round pick, Dillon Gabriel, which is standard procedure. But it's clear that they're evaluating him daily in practice, and what they see from him is more aligned with his college days, making some of the same mistakes that scouts highlighted during his collegiate career. This isn't to say he's a lost cause, but it does mean he's in that crucial developmental phase where he needs to adjust, learn, and grow. Now, for Browns fans, it's important to stay patient. The NFL is a league of patience and precision. The coaching staff knows what they're doing, and they're prioritizing the long-term success of the team over short-term excitement. Sanders has the potential, yes, but he needs to learn to see the field more clearly, to manage the game like a veteran rather than a raw talent. And who better to learn from than Brady himself? If Sanders can pick up the phone, study Brady's film, and internalize those boring plays, He could very well accelerate his development and become the quarterback Cleveland needs. But let's not forget, the Browns are not just about a single player or a single draft pick. They've built a roster that's competitive, with a solid offensive line, a reliable defense, and a coaching staff that's proven to be capable of game planning and adjusting under pressure. The quarterback position has always been the key to winning championships, and Cleveland has been searching for that franchise guy for a long time. The current situation with Sanders is just a chapter in that ongoing story. It's about growth, patience, and making sure that when he's ready, he's truly prepared to lead this team to the promised land. Looking ahead, Browns fans should be optimistic but also realistic. The team's season hinges on many factors, and the development of young players like Sanders will play a critical role. If he can learn to emulate Brady's patience, make smarter decisions, and avoid costly sacks, he could turn into the quarterback Cleveland has been waiting for. And if not, the team still has Dylan Gabriel and other options to lean on while Sanders continues to develop behind the scenes. Either way, the Browns are in a good place, competitive, ambitious, and hungry for that Super Bowl trophy that has eluded them for decades. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Sanders can turn things around and become the quarterback Cleveland needs? Or do you think the team should be more patient and give him time to develop? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of the Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Remember, this team is more than just a roster of players. It's a community, a family, and a symbol of hope for all of us who bleed brown and orange. The journey is long, but the passion is real, and together we'll see how this story unfolds. Thanks for sticking with me, Browns fans. Let's keep the faith, keep supporting our team, and keep dreaming of that Super Bowl victory. Because with patience, determination, and a little bit of that Browns magic, anything is possible.